not letting me click it just yet.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can fix that.
The only thing worse right now is seeing what my fantasy team is doing.
Against me?
No. Oh, I did start Wandale Robinson. Good job, me.
All right, Scoop. I reset it. Try again.
Fantastic.
Hopefully that works.
All right, give me a second here. What the fuck is this?
I also have a grievance because Monopoly McDonald's screwed me over today.
All right, do I have to send you new links or?
Is it not working?
Here, hang on. I have to see if I have to.
You can send me a new one if you want.
I think I have to. Oh, okay. So the URL is the same, but it's making me send you a new code.
All right, do that then. New code on the way. And Brandon and Scoop get to prepare their thoughts as we get closer to actually starting the show. So at least that's somewhat helpful for you guys.
Need a lot more than these 2 minutes to gather my thoughts, brother.
Yeah, I hear that. Okay, hopefully that works. I just started it. Hopefully.
Thanks. I'll let you know. Yeah, there we go. All right, thank you.
Yay. All right. We are set to go, joined by Brandon, Scoop, and Shane for one of the saddest days in Philadelphia sports history, with the Phillies completely screwing up.
Thank God I'm not a Phillies fan. Thank God.
And the Eagles just absolutely getting blown out at the moment. We have like 5 minutes left to go. All right. Well, Brandon, I'll get started with you. Yeah.
So by the way, you guys saw me get up from my chair. Look what I did. I threw all my Eagles stuff on the ground.
Oh,
God. I took everything off out of my closet. I took the footballs off the shelf. I'm official. I quit on this team in 2023 when it was 10 when they were 10-1 and I saw the cracks. They're going to be 4-2 after this game. The cracks were there all along. This team is not going to be anywhere near what they were last year, and it's not even close. The only way they do is if tonight is if Howie Roseman, who's not absolved from blame, is if Howie Roseman walks into that locker room after this game and fires Kevin Patullo. Now listen, Vic Fangio gets a little bit of a pass because that defense is destroyed right now. They're missing like 5 guys, 5 key players too, but still, but if it keeps going this way, it's like, how can the number 1 defense in football also go to being a bottom 5? It's like he turned this defense from the worst in the NFL in 2023 to the best last year, and now it's going to go back to being the worst. That can't happen. And it's not just that, but Kevin Patullo deserves the biggest blame out of everybody, because even on that first drive of that game was a bad omen tonight. You had Saquon open the game with 2 massive rushes. 2 massive rushes. It was 2 rushes for 31 yards. You took him out. Why? You're moving the ball down the field. Why are you taking him out? So then you completely kill any rhythm your offense had. And then you were forced to then kick a field goal. Because you started to just get cute calling plays down inside the 30-yard line, and here we go or 30, 40-yard line. Here you go to 50-yard field goal that Jake Elliott had to bang through. So you're up 3-0 when you should have been up 7-0. And then your defense, it doesn't even matter when Quinn Mitchell was out there. because they just were not going to throw to his side. And the Giants, I give credit to them because teams have not done this for 5 weeks until today. They just kept throwing at Keely Ringo and at Dory Jackson all night long. All wherever they were, it didn't matter. Didn't matter who they were covering. Just throw the ball right at them. Honestly, I don't care if they're NFL players. I can complete passes on Keely Ringo and Dory Jackson. That's how trash they are. They shouldn't even be. They're not even worthy to play for a UFL team, let alone an NFL team. So that's enough of that. And so you know, so this is why overall, bring this back to the big picture. This is the first time in my lifetime where I'm going to give Howie Roseman the most crap for this. You did not address the defensive line in the offseason. You let everybody walk. You did not address cornerback two. You did not address your safeties. What's happening tonight? They're all getting eaten alive by a JV high school Giants team. That's not good enough, and it never will be. And I mean, listen, and off. I mean, even same thing offensively. You didn't pay Mekhi Becton. You should have. I don't know why you didn't. You should have paid Mekhi Becton. You didn't do that. The offensive line is a shell of itself. It's the worst Eagles offensive line in their team's history, honestly. And then you get to, I mean, it goes down even to Jalen Hurts. He's got to be Superman now every week because they can't run the ball because they have I mean, quite literally probably the worst offensive coordinator in football right now, or at least one of. And so because they can't run the ball, now you're making Jalen Hurts do something that he shouldn't have to do, and that's throw the ball 35, 40 times a game. It's like, yeah, he's going to have 300 yards, but he's going to miss a lot of throws now because he's got to do everything. And the problem is if the defense can't stop anything, you're going to be in a 10, 14-point hole every single week. So it's just not from top down. It's not good, and really, it does start with Howie Roseman. He didn't address any of the holes the Eagles had this offseason and figured they would just be fine running it back, and they weren't. Clearly, they weren't because you're 4-2, but you are a 2-4 at best football team in disguise. And I mean, you've played like it all year. So we talk about this. This should have been like if this Eagles team was gonna turn things or not turn things around at 4-1, but I'm saying if they were gonna alleviate the doubts and the pressure on them, you should have went out tonight and stomped a mud hole in the Giants, and you didn't. And then the worst part is you had I mean, it's not a technically players only meeting because it wasn't all the players, but you basically had a players only meeting with AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hurts
for 2 hours.
For 2 hours. I don't understand what you could be talking about for 2 hours because, and clearly nothing got fixed. So honestly, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care what their record is. I don't care if they're 4-2 and still leading the division. This season is completely over. I don't care who they play from here on out. I don't care who's quarterbacking from here on out. You let Jackson Dart beat you. So if you let rookie Jackson Dart beat you, listen, he's played well, but he hasn't played great. And this is supposed to be the Eagles. This is supposed to be a Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl champions. For it to look this bad, and you let Jackson Dart beat you, and you let a bunch of backups. The Giants were down to their third and fourth string wide receivers and their second string tight end. The fact that you let them beat you is not even just pathetic. It's enough to where if there was relegation in football, you'd be getting sent down to JV high school. That's how bad this is. So honestly, if I'm looking at it from a whole, I don't care what Hurts has to say after this game. I don't care what Sirianni says after this game. I don't care what any of them say after this game. It's not going to get fixed. It's not. This is the same team from 2023, if not worse. And it's just a fact. Just looking at it, it's the same team, the same problems. So I don't care anymore. This season is done. Done.
Scoop, how are you feeling right now?
I mean, I'm pissed. I'm disgusted by what I saw out there, and I think Brandon and I have both said this over the last couple of weeks that the first couple of weeks felt a little bit 2024 Chiefs-esque, where they were winning in the beginning they won every game, but it was always too close for comfort. There were leads that they should have held on to that ended up being, one possession games, max. The fact that the time of possession was so close and yet the score is so disparate is just a microcosm of the fact that it's a lot of times you'll look at, like, I'll give you third down conversion as an example. Eagles were 1 for 9 on third down conversion, 11%, and they allowed 11 for 15. So they couldn't convert offensively on third down, and they couldn't stop the opposition from converting on third down. Obviously, not a recipe for success. So that obviously stands out. I completely agree with what Brandon said. Guys like Ringo and company, like the Giants, basically just looked at who's our weak links and basically just said just overwhelm them from the start. That's exactly what they did, and this was not the most crisp game by any stretch of the imagination from Jalen Hurts. But I look at the whole operation, offensively and defensively. Like the last couple of weeks, either it's usually been one is coming through and then the other one isn't, or vice versa. In this game, it just nothing looked like it was even remotely reminiscent of the team that won the Super Bowl 8 months ago. It looked so disconnected. Just dumb mistakes. I'll bring up Ringo again because he had a DPI call against him that made it possible for the Giants to put the game up by 3 scores when it would have been a field goal to make it 30-17. And
do you mind if I jump in on that really quick with Ringo? Because I feel like this is important. Please. Ringo got beat so bad today that he just was like, I gotta hold everybody to survive. I gotta get deep. It's like it's unbelievable.
And he's not getting beat by good players. He's getting beat by second and third stringers.
Yeah, that's continue, Scoop. I just had to add to your point there because that was
entirely valid and legitimate. But I was really disgusted by and this is a point that I'm sure Brandon was getting ready to make. But I agree with it and I see it the same way. So apologies if you were going to say this, Brandon, but I'll jump in on this. You can't ask Jalen Hurts to throw the ball 40 times or close to 40 times when you've got Saquon back there. You've got, I don't know what, I know that, he and I, obviously it's become low hanging fruit at this point to talk about Patullo, but just
it's just a fact of life. It's a fact of life with the Eagles at this point.
And just the fact that, like, I was watching back there, in the beginning, like before this game got disgustingly out of hand, I was watching and I was thinking to myself, what, like, there was nothing, not even interesting, but there was just nothing complex about it. There was nothing advanced about it. There was nothing that would make you think that this team even had Kellen Moore as a coach a few months ago. And I understand he's not there anymore, but the team shouldn't have just forgotten how to do the things that he was doing last year. Like, it's not like he, when he left, it's not like he took the thing from Men in Black and shined it in everybody's face and they all forgot what they did last year.
And it's not like the Saints have been that great either with his offense. I mean, some of that's the quarterbacking, most of it anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, and again, as much as I love Jalen Hurts, I'm not gonna say that he played a great game today. He didn't. I think people are really overreacting a little bit too much to that one interception for the first time in over 300 attempts. But I also think that it's a microcosm of where they're at. The only guy that I look at today, and I think he really had nothing to do with how poorly this whole thing went, is Saquon Barkley. He's the only one that I look at, and I think I really don't fault him for what happened today. Every other so-called leader on this team, coaching and player personnel-wise, even Vic Fangio, of whom I'm a massive fan, and I consider one of our our best assistant coaches in recent memory. Even he, I'm watching this, and I said to Brandon before, I don't remember if it was on WTS or if when we were just chopping it up in between, but I said the one thing that we need to do today is we can't go out there and play a half minute. No, I'm sorry, 30-minute football game while the other team is putting up 60 minutes like we've done the last few weeks, because it was going to come back to bite us. I didn't think it would come back to bite us against the Giants, but it was going to come back to bite us eventually. That 4-0 start was going to get exposed at some point if we didn't clean up the details and the technique and one thing or another. And excuse me, typically when you start out the gate and you start out the gate in a way that's kind of a little bit fraudulent, a little bit sort of fool's gold-ish, typically you want to see things get cleaned up over the next, as time goes on throughout the season. And if anything, it's gotten worse. And the fact that it's gotten worse, you let Jackson Dart go out there today and basically look like Otto Graham. And I respect Jason Dart. I think he's a solid quarterback and a talented player. He's not freaking Otto Graham. And I just, again, I literally could go through each of the players on the active roster and probably say something about them from today, and it probably wouldn't be positive. It just, the way that this whole team just looked like an absolute, if you went out there, like, for example, a few years ago, I can't remember who it was, but there was somebody who got criticized for basically punting the final game of the season. If you went out there and you were trying to actively punt this game to the Giants, you would do exactly what every moment and every play
when
of
Doug
this game.
Peterson did that years ago, I still hate
that.
No,
I'm not talking about the Eagles. I'm talking about I forget what team it was.
I'm sure there was another team along the line. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just saying you would do exactly what the Eagles did today if you were trying to do that.
Yeah. Shane, what is your reaction I know we got two Eagles fans here, but what is your reaction? What did you see from Philly just as a whole today from obviously a non-fan perspective?
Yeah, I mean, it's I think it's just, at least in my opinion, just as a coach and seeing it through that lens, there's no not only is there very little creativity to this offense, but it's also just very weird situational play calls.
A good example of that was the end of the first half. They just didn't know what they were doing.
Well, yeah, that, but also, I mean, it's just a lot of running dives and powers on, like 2nd and 12, and which, that's, you never do that. And just a lot of stuff like that, and very, very predictable. Like, a lot of times you'll see run, and then, like a hitch concept or smash.
It's a high school offense.
It's or middle school offense. I mean,
so you're saying it's worse than high school? Jesus,
dude, the offense we run's way more clever than this. But anyways, yeah, it's just, and it's not like they don't have the talent. They, I mean, I mean, you all know my opinion on Jalen Hurts. I think he's great. Saquon's obviously fantastic. AJ, Devontae, I mean, they're a top 3 wide receiver duo in the league. They got one of the best O-lines. I mean, it's like, how do you have... It's like you've taken a self-driving Tesla and somehow still crashing it. How is it that you can take all these guys and mess it up this
twice?
Bad?
Twice. They messed it up in 2023 and now. They did it twice.
But I think it's worse now because at least in 23, they were even if they lost some games down the stretch, they were at least competitive. And it took them a while to get there. I mean, they had a pretty good. Even if we kind of saw the flaws, they were still 10-1. Like, they were doing something right. But this team right now, I mean, getting blown out by the Giants, I mean, that's something that would not have happened in 23.
No.
Especially not this early. I mean, this is, I've said it a few times. I mean, Kevin Patullo, I never liked it as a hire, because it's nothing against him personally. I just don't like in-house promotions to coordinators or head coaches. If you want to go from promote a guy from offensive assistant to wide receiver coach, sure, whatever. But taking a guy in-house who was either a position coach or a pass game coordinator, whatever, and making him your new coordinator, or making one of your coordinators the head coach or interim head coach, the permanent head coach, whatever. I mean, how many times has that ever worked out? I can't think of any.
Not in our lifetimes, it hasn't.
What's funny? That I'm just looking at this just because I'm curious. When you were saying the 2023 Eagles wouldn't do this, it's true, because during our skid where we lost all those games at the end of the regular season, the one win came against the Giants, and they scored 33 points. They beat them 33-25.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, yeah, and I think, this is to me, this just goes to show that Sirianni, he is clearly in over his skis, I think. I didn't even think the guy was a good offensive coordinator. So the fact that they hired him to begin with, I thought was strange from the beginning. And then he had that god awful opening presser. But I mean, he's obviously done some good things he won a Super Bowl, you'll take that, but it's just, I think he is clearly overly reliant on coordinators, and it's which is fine, but you just have to hire the right coordinators.
Yeah.
And he's kind of 50-50 on that. And I mean, that's the issue with Patullo. He's his longtime buddy, and so his opinion of him is obviously going to be higher than what he actually should be. That's the main reason I don't like when teams promote from within, because you think they're a lot better than they actually are. It's no, just go get somebody with new ideas, and anyways.
Yeah, and by the way, that's what the Lions did. They went and got John Morton, who's been fantastic for them. They're literally getting actually more points than they did last year so far.
You know what I've realized? You know what I realized too, and I think is, I said this back before we even won a Super Bowl. The Eagles teams under Sirianni, the one constant when they struggle, it quite literally is Sirianni. In 2021, before they turned it over, before he gave Shane Steichen control over the playbook in 21, that was Nick Sirianni's offense. That's why they started off 2-7, whatever it was.
By the way, Shane mentioned that I picked him to win Coach of the Year. That was bad in 21. I'm sorry. Can I rescind that?
and they started 2-7 or 2-5, something like that. It was something bad. He turns the playbook over to Shane Steichen. They finish 9-8, and they get to the playoffs. 2022, it was all Shane Steichen. They make a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts was like an MVP. Where AJ Brown career year, Devontae Smith doing a great job. They even made Miles Sanders look like a competent running back. If you can believe that. And then you get to 2023. Then there goes Steichen off to Indy. Then you hire from within someone who's been within the organization for a long time, who is Brian Johnson. Did not work. Failed miserably. Offense sucked. Defense couldn't have been worse. Funny enough, that was an outside hire, which is very strange. Then again, you're hiring Matt Patricia and Sean Desai. Get real. And then you get to 2024. You bring in Fangio, whose defense has worked everywhere. You bring in Kellen Moore, who literally coaches top 10 offenses like he breathes air and drinks water.
With Dak Prescott.
Yeah, and Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Neither of those guys are particularly bad quarterbacks, so that's not really shocking.
But I'm saying that also the offenses made sense. They were top 10 off. Everywhere Moore has went, he's brought it with top 10 offense. Philly in 2024, I think was what? I think the 7th. I think overall they were the 7th ranked offense in 2024.
Yeah, like 6 or 7, yeah.
Something.
So that matters. Then you get to this year. Then Moore leaves. Goes to the same. Like, nobody has this. Like, I know that Super Bowl teams lose their coordinators, but no, the Chiefs don't lose guys this quick. The Patriots didn't lose guys this quick. Why can't Philly get anybody to stay for more than 1 year? I don't understand that. Like,
because, well, I think I know why. At least from what I've noticed, it's because the Chiefs, most of the Chiefs guys are guys who are great coordinators who have already been head coaches, didn't work out so well, so they came back to being coordinators, and no one's really interested in rehiring them because of how their first experience went. Right now, Matt Nagy, which honestly I didn't think he was that bad in Chicago. Hot take, maybe.
Agreed.
yeah.
Thank you, Scoop. Yeah, and then Steve Spagnuolo, obviously an amazing defensive coordinator, but as a head coach, wasn't it? So they're these incredible, experienced coordinators, but they don't have this head coach, appeal or desire just because of how it went the first time. But now everybody. That's the issue with Philly is they're hiring these, new guys that are on the rise, like Steichen or Gannon or Kellen Moore or whatever, and everybody wants, since Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan and their whole takeover, everybody wants their coaches to be these young, energetic guys who have these fresh new ideas or whatever. So that's why. And
you know what I'm thinking though, and I know Rob was like, "What?" when I said this on the phone. But honestly, at this point, you cannot get worse than Kevin Patullo. If Mike McDaniel gets fired, why not hire him? Why not? It can't get worse.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I just don't...
But the thing is, let's say Patullo gets fired tomorrow. You know who the hire is going to be for the interim? Another internal guy, because that's what they can do.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if it gets like if you get to the bye week and you're like, what is it? And you're like 5-4 or whatever it is. Because I think it's week 8? Are we week 8 or week 9? If you get to the bye week and you're basically sitting around 500, let's say. Because honestly, with who you're facing in the next, 2 weeks, you should be 6-2 bye. Like you can't. And I said they should be 7-1, which they should be. But now the bar is low, so now I'm like, okay, you should be 6-2 going into the bye. If you're not 6-2 going into the bye, you have to absolutely fire Kevin. I don't care it's mid-season. You have to fire Kevin Patullo. It's not going to get better.
They should fire Patullo tomorrow. This is like they have to do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
enough's enough. You're right. It's 6 weeks. It's 6 weeks.
That's why I'm thinking. Because remember, when Mike McDaniel had all that talent at first in Miami, and they were healthy, because they're not healthy anymore for the last 2 years. When they were healthy and when they were all together, before all this, they were a good offense. Philly has that same talent. So honestly, as much as I don't like Mike McDaniel as a head coach, I wouldn't rule it out as a coordinator. Because we always say guys are better as coordinators than head coaches. I would not rule it out.
But they're not going to do it in the middle of the year, even if McDaniel gets fired. They're just
I
not.
wish they. I mean, they honestly should. They got nothing to lose. Like Howie Roseman has to know this. Howie Roseman sees this every day. He's got to realize when enough's enough. I don't want to see another Brian Johnson season. I don't want it. And this team, this talent on this team is too damn good to go through another Brian Johnson type season. It should not be this way. This can't happen. Injuries or not. Listen, they are banged up, but it cannot be like this.
Yeah. Anything on the Giants? I'm excited about Dart.
Well,
I'll say this about the Giants.
Yes. However, I think a great head coach, who's on the hot seat for Philly, Kevin Stefanski.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Why would he get fired?
Yes.
Because they'll scapegoat him because Cleveland.
Oh, because they'll scapegoat him. Yeah, I hear that.
Also, can I throw in something here real quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was Mike McDaniel's best year as a head coach thus far? 2023. Who was his defensive coordinator that year? Mr. Vic Fangio.
Oh, it was Fangio.
No,
yeah.
Oh my god! Please.
But yeah. Okay. That's the other thing because I don't think they would hire McDaniel because he and Fangio. I don't think it ended particularly well in Miami because Fangio was like, "Okay, you're too soft."
I think he actually said that.
I mean, I think he kind of said it without saying it, which I don't disagree. But so yeah, I feel like that. I don't know. I just feel like that wouldn't work. But Stefanski as an OC, I think would be great in Philadelphia. I think he totally fits their identity and his offense, his play calling works really well for kind of their offensive personnel that they have. I mean, if this guy took 40-year-old Joe Flacco led Cleveland Browns to the playoffs, imagine what he could do with this roster. Anyway.
Can I add on to that?
Yes, go ahead.
Also, that's a notable history there. If you go back over the years, the current GM in Cleveland, Andrew Berry, was an Eagles up-and-comer. Guys like Tom Heckert have worked for both organizations. Guys like Joe Banner have worked for both organizations. There is a long history in the last 20 or so years under not just Roseman, but under Laurie at large, of these organizations, trusting each other for some reason, and of just personnel that has gone kind of back and forth. There's a very strong relationship between those two organizations that I don't know exactly between whom from a personal level, but there's been Pat Shermer, actually, the coach who took over from OC to interim head coach when Chip Kelly was fired. Another example of that. So there's a quite a detailed history going back of personnel between the two organizations.
Yeah. So on the Giants, Shane, are you excited about Dart? I mean, it's still early, but we're getting something here.
Yeah, I mean, I said before he was my favorite quarterback in this draft, but I mean, looking at the other quarterbacks in the draft, that's not really saying much. But yeah, I mean, so far he definitely looks decent. I mean, we're seeing flashes. I never had any doubts about his physical abilities. For me, it was more so just, can he get his head in the game, and not just because he's kind of, how do I put this nicely? He seems a little bit, like he's not the brightest guy all the time. when he has the ball in his hands. I could be wrong, but
I mean, I think that's common for a rookie, but I do hear that for Dart for sure.
it was mainly when I watched his video, the Gruden camp or whatever.
Yeah.
Just watching him go through everything with that, I was like,
Yeah, and then he's like, "This is how we do a hard count. We just do a clap." Even though he's actually doing hard counts now. So, but
well,
yeah,
yeah, you have to. But anyway, so yeah, no, I mean, so far it looks good. Scatterboo too. I was not expecting him to look as good as he does. That's for sure. But, yeah, I mean, it's exciting for everyone. So, well, for some people, but
yeah. Brandon, Scoop, do you guys have anything you want to add on the Giants? I know this isn't your favorite topic considering the situation.
The more I like. Do I think they're doing well? I mean, let's put it this way. I think they're doing okay. Yeah, to me, they're not playing well. They're doing okay. It's just that, I'm not learning anything by them destroying, Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo and a defensive line that's made out of, pins and needles. Like that Eagles front seven outside of Zach Bond is pretty much garbage. So, I mean, it just is. I don't even think Jalen Carter would have made a difference tonight, honestly. Because he hasn't made a difference all season, to be quite honest. So, tonight's one thing. The only thing I'm scared about with them, and it's one thing I said about Jaden Daniels, but he's a little more careful, is Dart and Scatterbo cannot be taking these kind of hits.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah,
because their career will end in a blink of an eye before it even gets started. Because
that's why I was nervous about them putting him in when they did.
Because Scatterboo is not bad, but here's the problem: you can't keep putting your head down like a battering ram and trying to run through three guys every single time you run the football. You're going to end up with 17 concussions in your season.
And Dart is doing the exact same thing too. Dart's doing the exact same thing.
Even tonight, you can't tell me that when he came back in this game, you can't tell me he's not concussed. Because he was out for a very long time in that tent and had to fight to come back in the game. They let him. There's no doubt in my mind they let him come back in concussed. So, to me, I like what I see out of them, but they're very reckless. And the problem is, I like it for now. Will it hold up? I don't think so. But
can they get to Thanksgiving like this? No.
No, they can't even get to Halloween like this. It's not gonna be pretty. I mean, Dart already has a concussion on the season already, doesn't he? So this would be, unfortunately, if this comes after the game that he was concussed, this would be number 2 on the season. We've already talked about the struggles that Tua has with his concussions.
Yep.
And Dart's a rookie, and he's already up to 2 on that counter. He's piling them up faster than Tua.
And that's only the one, and that's just the ones we know of. We don't know what he had before this.
Yeah. So I like that I like how they're playing, free and easy. The problem is they're playing free and too easy to the point of being reckless. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, when you're in this league, that's good when you're 23, 24, 25 years old, you're young. But when you get to be 28, 29, getting close to 30 plus, that's not going to hold up. Especially with all the hits your body takes in this league, that will not hold up. You will not be healthy, and on top of that, just from an overall health standpoint, you won't be the same the rest of your life. You keep playing like this. So, are they playing good enough to win? Yes. Is it sustainable? Hell no, it's not.
Yeah, Scoop, do you want to add to that in any way?
I mean, I pretty much agree with that. I will say one thing on behalf of them tonight. Toward the end, I don't remember which player it was, but one of their players got called for taunting because they stared in the direction of one of our guys, and he didn't deserve that. Meaning the Giants player who got penalized didn't deserve that. In my opinion, they got off easy because if the entire Eagles team right now deserves to be embarrassed, and so I think that Eagles someone on the Eagles should go over and pay the fine for whoever that was, because they deserved every bit of that taunt.
Yeah. Before we do guess the line and our games of the week and pot cookies for the rest of the week, Scoop, do you have any baseball stuff? Do you want to talk about the Phillies? Because oh my god.
So I'll kind of make it brief. I didn't see the game directly, so I've only seen it secondhand. So I'm not gonna I don't want to pretend like I saw it firsthand, like when it happened. But for those who didn't see it, the first walk-off error in postseason history, apparently. 11th inning against the Dodgers. Game was tied 1-1, and I think I'm going to mispronounce the name, and I apologize. Orion Keating, I think is how you pronounce it.
Keatering, I believe, but yeah, either way.
Keatering. Basically, there was sorry, my computer's buggy all of a sudden. But basically, there was an error by Kirkering, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I think it's Kirkering. I think you're right. Anyway.
But basically, he made a wild throw past home after already mishandling a comebacker with bases loaded off the bat of Andy Pages with 2 outs. There was a lot of confusion why he made the throw decision in the first place, because he could have gotten the ball to first. But on top of that, the throw, as I mentioned, was not a good one. And led to, because the bases were loaded, obviously, led to run scoring with 2 outs. That ended up being, because of where the game was being played, ended up being the walk-off run. 2-1, Dodgers advanced to the NLCS again, and the Phillies go home. And I'm not sure that there's been a worse night in Philadelphia sports history than tonight.
Yeah, Brandon, you said it to me when you saw the play that he should have went to first, and then on top of that, you see the picture of Pages not even being close to first when the ball is in his hand.
He was barely halfway. Like, honestly, the thing is, you panic in that moment, and I understand it. But you also got to realize in that situation that the play, unless you, without a shadow of a doubt, you can throw that runner out at home. I mean, it's a forced play, so all you have to do is just step on home plate. But even so, unless you are absolutely certain as a pitcher that you can get that out at the plate, all you got to do is throw that ball to first base, because the guy running to first in that situation, I mean, he more or less, I don't want to say he has a longer way to run. It's 90 feet all the way around, but it's just the easier play is at first base, and it always is. Because if he just turns his head to first, he could have set his feet, fired it, and got out of the inning instead of just bobbling it and then just throwing the worst. I mean, I don't know which pass was worse, his throw home or Jalen Hurts missing Devontae Smith by a country mile. But either way, 2 of the worst throws in Philadelphia sports history right there. But at the same time, watch it. Literally, I didn't even see the still shot of it. The second I saw him bobble that ball, I said to you, he should have thrown the ball to first base, because it was the easier play. It was just the way easier play. Because, I mean, if he just turns his head, like I said, even if he bobbles that ball, he could still pick it up, step into his throw, and fire it to first instead of lollipopping it home and airmailing it. So and you got to realize too, in that position when you're fielding as a pitcher, your feet are flat throwing that ball home because of how you just fielded it. So at that point, once you rush it, your feet are not set. If he catches that, bobbles it, picks it up, and looks at first, he can step into it sideways and step into that throw easier than he could throwing it flat-footed home. So it's just like, I mean, I even had plays in Little League that were like that, where you can go home because the play is right in front of your face, but you've got to look at first. You have to, in that situation, throwing it home is such a risk there, and you had 2 outs. You just needed to get an out. That run at home does not matter. Throw the ball to first base, get out of the inning, and give your team another chance. Now, would the Phillies have won? Who knows? I mean, both teams didn't hit the ball well all night, but but at least you would have gave yourself another chance had you just thrown the ball to first base.
Yeah. Shane, as a resident baseball coach, I mean, these are fundamentals here, right?
Yeah, in that situation, you always go to first, get the out. I mean, you might think, well, you'll give up a run, whatever. It's like,
it's 2 outs. You're not giving up a run.
Yeah, it was 2 outs. Yeah.
No, right, but I mean, like, a lot of people would, even if it's 1 out or whatever, it's like, no, you could overthrow it, or you don't get there in time.
Yeah, the only way you throw at home is if there's 1 out, because obviously it's the bottom of the 11th. But in any regular 1 through 8 situation in innings, you throw to first. Excuse me. And with 2 outs in the 11th, you throw to first base.
Yeah, just get you always get the easiest out. That's the phrase. So yeah, and I don't. I mean, I get it. In the heat of the moment, you're just not really thinking about it. But it's like it's one of those things where between every at bat, you got to look around, assess where everybody is, and then know in your head, okay, I'm going to go here, whatever. Yeah, I mean, Philly. I haven't seen the play yet, so I can't speak on it too much, but even if they had won the game, like, do they still win the series? Probably not. So
Yeah.
It's but either way, Dodgers move on, and we all sing Kumbaya, except for Phillies fans.
I thank God every day of my life that I am not a Philadelphia sports fan outside of the Eagles. I thank God every day of my life, because if I had to root for the Phillies, the Flyers, the Eagles, and the Sixers, like I literally would not even be a sports fan anymore. I would never watch a single sport ever again. I really would not.
Shane, I sent you the play on Instagram if you want to watch it to get your live reaction of it, because it's
Is that what that was?
Yeah, watch. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Look at it. Make sure your volume's down.
First, you'll see why.
It's worse than you think, just based on what you said.
So there's 2 outs in this situation?
There's 2 outs, yeah.
And what's the score?
It's 1-1.
It's 1-1.
It's 1-1, 2 outs.
Okay. Runners at bases loaded.
Bases loaded.
Runners everywhere.
Yeah, duh.
Oh my God! Look at Shane's reaction.
You see the catcher pointing at first.
Yeah.
Literally pointing at first.
Yeah. His feet are like positioned, angled towards first. It's a much easier throw.
Thank you.
And you have way more because he's only halfway there. By the time he throws home, the guy's already there.
I don't know. I apologize if you guys can't see this on the stream, but here's Andy Paz at first right there.
He's barely even halfway.
He's barely there. He's not even there.
Barely halfway to first.
He's closer to home plate than first base.
Yeah. Oh my God! Like, what's crazy? It's like it's never like outfield blunders at this point that are hurting teams. It's a lot of infield mistakes. The Yankees go through it every season now. The Phillies just had it happen tonight. Like, and these
Shane is dumbfounded right now. Baseball coaching you is dead.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Literally, like between the Eagles tonight with the fundamentals and then watching the Phillies tonight mess that up. I'm like, listen, I'm not even a Phillies fan, and like I said, thank God I'm not a Phillies sports fan in general. But oh my God, it's fundamentals. These are things you learn. Like if you're in football, you learn it in Pop Warner for the Eagles, or if it's for the Phillies, you learn these things in Little League. Like this is not like things go well. It's a tough play, yeah, but these guys get paid millions of dollars. These guys
And they have
practice.
strong arms to throw to first base. I mean, hell, these pitchers are throwing 97 now. By the way, Scoop, did the Flyers lose as well?
They did.
Did they lose as well? Oh, Jesus, they did?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's not even
Philly's
just.
burning tonight.
Did I not say that after, in the second quarter of today's game when they were down 14-3?
I
13-3.
I will say this. Hang on a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah.
Okay, my mic is bugging out. But yeah, in fairness, it was to the Panthers, so I didn't expect really to win this game, especially in Florida. But
Yeah.
it was just insult to injury, obviously.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm not even a Phillies, like I said, overall, not even a Phillies sports fan except for one team. But at the same time, my last 24 hours has been horrific too. Well, for me and you, Scoop, Yankees, screwing that up last night. And then today, well, I mean, I'm a Devils fan. They got embarrassed by the Hurricanes. Literally, and then an hour later, the Eagles
on national TV too. By the way, for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, all three of my teams. That's even worse for me. All three of my teams got embarrassed on national television in 24 hours. The Yankees, the Devils, and the Eagles.
I didn't know that the Devils were on national TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were today.
Oh God.
ESPN Plus national TV, but that still counts. It's hockey, and that's what they do. Okay, Scoop, do you want to do? You get the honor of giving us the lines this week.
Sounds good to me. Give me 1 second.
I just pick whatever games you'd like to pick. Do like 3 or 4, and
okay.
We'll guess.
I'm going to try and pick interesting ones. Let's start with the international one, which is Sunday morning is Denver versus New York. You want to start with that one?
Yeah, let's do that one.
All right, I'll go.
I'm so upset I have to wake up early for this crap.
That's one of the reasons why I chose this game. Because all right, so Denver versus New York Jets. Jets are considered the home team. Rob.
Yeah. What are you using for this? Are you using like BetMGM or what are you using?
Oh, I don't even know what that is. I'm using Pro Football Focus.
Oh, Pro Football Focus has lines?
Yes.
Oh my lord. Okay.
I did not know that.
I'm gonna go Denver minus 5.5.
It should be a lot.
Okay. Shane.
Yeah, I'll say -9.
Oh Jesus.
Okay. Brandon.
I mean, for some reason, it just depends what version of the Broncos shows up. Even with the Jets being the home team, the Broncos are just so much better.
I'm with all the Jets fans saying leave the Jets in London until they win a game, by the way. That sounds like a phenomenal idea.
Oh yeah. I'll say Broncos. Broncos minus 4.5.
Okay, so Rob was the closest. You said minus 5.5. It's Broncos minus 7.
Jesus. Okay.
Next.
Oh,
one.
I have sad breaking news.
What?
Remember Sister Jean from Iowa?
No.
Yeah, she
course.
passed away at 106.
Wow.
Sad.
How old was she?
106 years old. What a life, by the way. 106 years old.
I thought she was 106.
Damn.
Oh my goodness.
106 years old. What a life, man. It's sad, but wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
God bless. Man. Um, man, I
Wow.
hate to have to follow that. Hate to have to follow that up. Um,
It
I'll
just
go.
broke right now, so.
I'll go with the battle of the 4-1 teams. We'll go the 49ers versus the Bucks.
Oh, heavens on earth. Okay.
All right, Rob, I'll start with you again just because it's easiest.
What games are you picking? Shit.
They both were 4-1, so I figured that would be a fun game to pick.
It's a fun game. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a tight line.
Yeah, Bucks minus. I'll go 3.5.
3.5. All right, Shane.
I'll go. Because they don't blow anybody out. I'll say Bucks.
That's why I was thinking. That's why I was thinking 3.5.
I'll say Bucks minus 1.5.
That's the 3.5.
Whoa.
The 3.5 still feels like a lot. I'm gonna. You know what? I'll just go right in the middle of both of you. I'll say Bucks minus. I'll say Bucks minus 2. Forget a half. I'll say Bucks minus 2.
Robert, Rob, you're the closest again. You said 3.5, right?
Yep, 3.5.
Yeah, Bucks minus 3.
Damn it! God. It really, honestly, the Bucks should blow them out, though. If we're being frank, because
the ICU
I guess.
Niners,
I guess. Yeah. This is so injured.
This is an interesting one. In Atlanta, Bills versus Falcons.
Monday night, the first game of the 2-game set.
I hope the Bills lose, so that way we're not the only 4-1 team getting laughed at.
I'm gonna go Bills minus 8.
Okay, Shane.
Bills minus 6.
And Brendan.
Damn it! It took my answer. You know what? I'm gonna go a half up on Shane. I'll say Bills minus 6.5.
Shane, you were closest. It's surprisingly a little bit. Bills minus 4.5.
Wow.
4.5? Really?
Wow.
Against Atlanta? What are we doing?
Well, no, you know what it was? Just like we said the last 2 weeks, playing that close game against the Saints and then getting beat by the Patriots, that's what does it.
Yeah.
And
it being in Atlanta, too, I guess.
Yeah.
That line has a chance to change a little bit, considering, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right, we'll do 2 of the... I don't know where I was going with that. But Sunday Night Football, Lions versus Chiefs. Rob.
Lions minus 2.5. Vegas loves their Chiefs. It should be way more.
You said Lions minus 2.5?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Shane.
Well, Lions. I'll go Lions minus 6.
All right. And what'd you say?
No, I said it should be. Let's see. You know what? I think even with the Chiefs being garbage, I think Vegas loves them too much. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a pick 'em. I'm gonna say Lions minus 1.
Woohoo!
Chiefs minus 2.5.
Really?
Are you kidding me?
Come on.
Wait, Chiefs minus 2.5?
Yes, Chiefs minus.
What is Pro Football Focus? What is that?
Man.
Oh my god!
But I'm looking at the market thing, and the market thing is like which is like a consensus, I guess. It's saying that it's been somewhere between this is between somewhere Chiefs minus 1.8 as an average, and Chiefs minus 2.5.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
Can I make a request?
Yeah, what's up?
No.
Wow, 2 different answers.
Can we guess Seahawks Jags? I'm
Yeah,
really
sure.
curious about Seahawks Jags.
Yeah, sure. Let me find it real quick. Hang on. How does this damn site work? Okay, yeah. There we go. Rob,
I'm just really curious what this line is.
So we're not guessing?
No, we'll pick it. We'll decide.
Okay,
we'll think about what
then,
it is. also
Go ahead,
just
Rob.
curious what it actually is, but can someone else go first? I'm having a tough time. I don't know what to do with this one.
I'll say. I mean, okay. I think Seattle will win, but for the betting line, I'm gonna say it's Jags minus 1.5.
All right, Brandon.
I mean, the Jags. Even though the Chiefs aren't good, that was still technically. I mean, it was still an impressive win last week. I just think the Jags have so much rolling coming into this game, and also it's a second straight home game for them.
They're at home, yeah.
So I'm gonna say Jags minus 2.5.
All right, Rob, did you come up with an answer
I'm
yet?
gonna go Jags minus 2. I'm gonna split it.
Jags minus a half.
A literal straight up half.
God.
A literal straight up half.
Whoa.
Wait, Shane, what did you guess again?
Minus 1.5.
Jesus Christ!
I guess that was close.
So it's basically even.
It's basically
That's incredible.
Have we ever had that on the show?
I don't think
I've
so.
ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Period.
I'm really excited to see what ESPN Bet has comparative to that.
Yeah, same.
God.
I'm actually curious. All right. Does anyone have any requests, or Scoop? Do you want to pick like a couple more?
Yeah, this one I just think is very interesting, which I know is anticlimactic for what I'm about to say. Bengals versus Packers.
Okay, whoa. Joe Flacco beat the Packers earlier in the year, so...
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God, he could beat them again.
On basically what is a short week, too.
I'll say Packers minus 3.
I mean, but you got to think about it this way, too. The Packers... Here's the problem. The Packers against Joe Flacco with an offensive line that's not going to... They can't keep Joe Burrow upright. They're not going to keep a 47,000-year-old quarterback upright.
I love how on Instagram they're like, the Bengals are just basically committing manslaughter.
Because it is.
Joe Flacco's just trying to complete the AFC North gauntlet. Now he just has the Steelers. And then he can
I'm going to go Packers minus 5.5.
Oh, my God.
Shane, I'm sorry. What did you take again? I apologize.
I said Packers minus 3.
Okay, so I got minus 5.5.
I'm gonna go even higher just because it's God. The Bengals are so trash. I'm gonna say Packers minus 6.5.
Okay, none of you were even close. Packers minus 14.
What? Wait! Holy crap! How is it 14? How is it 14? How is that even remotely possible?
No,
I'm clipping this.
How is it 14?
And I compared it with ESPN Bet while I was doing this. That's got 14.5.
No way! How is it 14? There's no way. Joe is not... Bro, wait, how did the line open? Did it open
here, let me
14?
look. Here, let me look real quick. Hang on.
Do you want to hear something even more scathing? Since we're talking about we were talking about the Eagle struggles, right? And how the guys don't like Patullo. How Hurts is shaking his head every time Patullo speaks, pretty much. So listen to this. Lane Johnson said this after the game. He said we were winning the first 4 games, but not dominating. And he says the Eagles' offense has become too predictable. He says they have spurts where it works, but then defenses figure out what they're going to do. He said last year they did more RPO that made it harder for opposing defenses. This whole team wants him gone. So Howie Roseman has to see that.
Who said that?
Lane Johnson.
Wait.
Lane Johnson.
The line opened. The line also opened at 14.5 on ESPN Bet. So even with Joe Flacco.
Hey, listen. The Bengals gained a half. The Bengals gained a half.
Here's what's even funnier. On Pro Football Focus, the line started at Packers minus 10, and now it's Packers minus 14.
It jumped up?
Oh, never mind. It actually went up, and then it went down.
It went up on PFF? That's insane. God. All right, Scoop. I'm going to give you do one more, please.
All right, sounds good. Let me find it.
14.
Well, we were just talking about we were just talking about the Dolphins. So why don't we end with Chargers minus? Chargers versus Dolphins. Excuse me.
I mean, we all know the Chargers are going to be minus. Chargers minus 8.5.
All right, Shane.
Is that in LA, by the way?
No.
Oh, okay.
Chargers minus. Let's say Chargers minus 5.
The Chargers don't blow anybody out.
Right.
And Brandon.
I mean, given the fact that Chargers have struggled lately, I'm going to say Chargers.
They had an awful second half last week. Awful.
I know that's why I'm thinking it's going to be like it should be higher than what it is, but I'm like, wait a minute, the Chargers are not as, once again, they're another team that we look at, and they're not as good as people might think they are. I'll say Chargers. I mean, remember the home team does get a little bit of a boost, so I'll say Chargers minus 3.5.
Have you gotten one correct this year?
I think like week 1, I got one.
Okay,
I think
because you literally were off by a half a point.
Oh my god!
Wait, what is it? It's Chargers minus
4.
Chargers minus, and you said 4.5, Brandon, or 3.5?
3.5.
3.5. Damn it!
All right.
I got one, I think, in week 1, but it was like 1 in like 10 of them that we did.
We had to get Scoop to do them because he's been dominating.
Because he's a Rain Man. Like that's why.
It was like I had run out of ideas because I literally was having to freaking handcuff myself so that you guys could know what I was doing.
You just became too good. The student became the teacher.
Rob,
Yeah,
what was the segment?
We had to handcuff you pretty much.
That's what
I'm sorry.
said.
I always forget what lines you guys say right after you say them. I don't know why this is happening every week. I have no idea why this is happening. But Brandon, you are beating me in fantasy right now.
Ooh.
Does it
Because of Wandell.
Does it mean anything to me at this point? Probably not. I'm so what did I say a couple nights ago?
Your fantasy season's over.
Oh yeah, that. No, I'm a professional depressionist.
Yeah.
So it's not a term, but I'm making it one. Because it honestly,
the professional depressionist just subscribing more drugs after tonight.
Oh my god! I mean, honestly,
more pot cookies.
I'm gonna need the world's greatest sedative after tonight. I don't honestly this might send me into such a spiral that I you know what? I don't even want to go to work tomorrow. Just wake me up on the weekends here, and hopefully the Ducks beat Indiana. That's the only thing I have left. It's the only thing I have left.
All right, Brandon. What's your pocket cookies game of the week? What's the worst game this week?
Oh boy. Can I retroactively say ours?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't.
But, yeah, because I would have said ours. Oh God. Well, I mean, there's two that stick out to mind right away.
Same with me. I wonder if
I'll leave the one for someone else. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Patriots Saints.
Oh, that actually wasn't one of the two I was looking at.
That's one of them for me. Actually, no, sorry. Wait. Not Patriots Saints. I was looking. I had it up, but I was looking at the other game.
I think this is pretty easy.
To me, it's Titans Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, Titans Raiders.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah.
I picked the London game the last few weeks. Do you guys know what the number one game on Fox is this week? The game that they've been promoting all week during the Yankees and Mariners games.
Cowboys Panthers.
Yeah, Cowboys Panthers is my pick. Why is that the number one game on Fox this week?
That was
because it's the Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because it's the Cowboys. I know.
Literally the only reason.
That's the one that I was going to select because that, to me, God help me if that game goes into overtime.
That's another free win for Dallas. Dallas gets 2 free wins in a row.
Not if Rico Dowdle has anything to say about it.
I mean, are they going to use him? They don't use him at all, and they should.
They did last week.
Yeah, but they got to use him more.
The only other game that I can think of as a pot cookies game of the week is the one that I just talked about, which is the which is the Bengals Packers game, because again, what is compelling about that game at all?
I want to see Joe Flacco. I really do.
I mean, honestly, it's like with that line.
You don't want to see the GOAT.
Outrageous.
Yeah, you don't want to see the GOAT, Joe Flacco.
So I mean, listen, that's must see TV. A 40-year-old Joe Flacco who was never mobile to begin with, early in his career. A 40-year-old Joe Flacco behind probably the worst offensive line in professional football.
Actually, wait.
I'm still trying to figure out why Jameis Winston isn't a Bengal right now. How much are the Giants wanting?
Yeah. And Jameis will never play unless hell freezes over. So
yeah. Scoop, did you have another one that you wanted to shout out?
For a second, I thought I did, but I forgot that Jaden Daniels is back. I was going to originally say Bears Commanders, but I forgot Jaden Daniels is back.
I still think it's bad. That whole entire Monday night double is awful. It's so.
I'll be honest with you. Like, the more I look at this whole week, I mean, Broncos Jets. I mean, there are actually a lot of games on here that I think low key are going to be trash.
Yeah, I would have picked Broncos Jets again because I'm pissed I have to wake up early for that, but it's not that bad.
You might be the only person in America that's going to wake up early to watch an 0-5 team.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
He does it every week.
Yeah, this week is just it's like a lot of it's a lot of we've had a bunch of games this year where it's been just like 2 trash teams going at it, like Titans Raiders this week
or tonight.
But I feel like this week it's like all the good team, like a good team versus a bad team.
Yeah, that's
just
pretty
in
much
every
the
game.
whole week.
Yeah. And I know today was Thursday, but it was Freaky Friday tonight. Roll reverse.
No, but like I'm looking at the standings right now, and there are I think I counted 7 teams that have 4 wins. Yeah, 7 teams that have 4 wins. The Bills, Colts, Jags, Eagles, Lions, and who were the other 2? Bucks and 49ers.
We're not better than any of them.
Do literally any of those teams feel like an actual 4-win team to you right now?
None of them.
Because
not really.
No.
But wait, Brandon, are you saying that the Eagles are worse than the Niners are right now? Are you serious?
100%. 100.
What?
With that play calling? Look at what they're getting. Look at what the ICU Niners are getting out of Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne right now. The Eagles can't even get that out of Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert, and a halfway healthy offensive line. That's how bad it is.
Are you guys ready for the national TV schedule next week? We're going to be doing next week?
Probably not, but go ahead.
Steelers-Bengals on Thursday, which at least is somewhat interesting with the Joe Flacco.
Say that again, my audio cut out.
Steelers-Bengals on Thursday. So next Thursday, that's what we're coming on after. Rams-Jags in London.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that could be good.
Falcons-49ers Sunday Night Football.
Oh.
Please tell me next week we're coming on early. I pray to God we are.
Have the Falcons been on Sunday Night Football since Matt Ryan was the quarterback?
Yeah, they were with Penix a couple times.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Wasn't the
And
Eagles
Kirk.
wasn't the Eagles Falcons game last year? Wasn't that Sunday
Yeah,
night?
I think that was prime time. That
Oh,
was
okay.
Sunday
Or
night.
was it
Yeah.
Monday?
It might have been Monday. I don't even
I don't know
remember.
which one. I
It was
don't know.
one of the two. Yes, it was Monday because Robert, you and I were at wiffle ball.
Okay.
Because I remember
We're-
we were both sitting there, and Brandon was raging to us that the Eagles had just
Oh.
lost to the Falcons.
Hey,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Some things never change.
Hey, you missed an all-time crash out in that freaking Discord earlier.
Yeah, Brandon was not happy.
I can only imagine.
It's because if I don't say the most vile things on Discord,
He's gonna say it here, and then we'll get kicked off.
I know, but I'm saying like that's my way of expressing anger without me actually resorting to physical violence. Like,
I mean,
and I'm not saying.
I mean, you literally said you wanted to drive 15 minutes and Kevin Patullo it up.
Well, I mean, I've heard you on the phone before. Just like, God damn it! What are you doing?
that's
Shane, I think that was the nicest thing you said tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I know.
That
was the PG version.
The best thing that we're probably doing next week is we're going to be next Monday. We're going to be live during Texans Seahawks because that's the late game on Monday.
Jesus Christ!
The only way that game's going to interest me is if for whatever reason Jalen Milroe goes in. I'm sorry, but that's the only way that game's going to interest me.
You guys are not interested about going live during that game? Not at all?
I mean, the only thing that can save that game is if the Texans play like they did, a year and a half ago when they were actually good.
Yeah. And then, but the game before that, we're going to have a fun conversation because it's Bucks-Lions.
That's a good game. That's a good game.
Yeah. So yeah, at least we have something fun to talk about on Monday.
You know what's insane? Because it's like looking at the NFC and AFC. I'm not like I don't even know who I would pick. I know who the AFC favorite is right now, at least in my mind.
Are you still going to say Buffalo?
Yeah, because even with how bad they've been the last couple weeks, it's still Buffalo. There's still nobody that right now I'm looking. I mean, maybe in Indy, but oh my god! But like what?
I don't know. I just even though I think Buffalo is fraudulent, just looking up, there's something about a Josh Allen versus Daniel Jones quarterback matchup that I just. That just feels like too much of a mismatch, even for how well the Colts have played this year.
And the thing is, too, it's like Buffalo is fraudulent, but the thing is, they've been consistently fraudulent, but they still win a lot of games. Like
it's the battle of the former Brian Dable quarterback.
Yeah, I know. That's actually very interesting.
Who ironically had more success after him.
Yeah, and Brian Dable freaking jerk off.
Now look what he's doing with Jackson Dart. Oh my god! This is why I was telling Giants fans, stop blaming Brian Dable for your problems. He does not have a quarterback.
Now he might have one.
Like, you know.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, now it appears that maybe he did have one with the way that Jones is looking up in Indy. Maybe it was not that he didn't have the quarterback. Maybe it was that the quarterback had nothing.
I just think Daniel Jones needed to mature because remember, Daniel Jones had that arc where I know he didn't play in Minnesota, but he was with Kevin O'Connell.
Yep.
So that helps, just in the same way people go to San Fran and they work with San Fran's offense and Kyle Shanahan. So it's like I don't think it was that I don't think Jones was ever that bad that Giants fans crucified.
Me neither.
But I also don't think that he was the quarterback. If he goes straight from the Giants to Indy, I don't think he does what he's doing now. He had to go to Minnesota first to do what he's doing now.
I agree with that.
So
his wellness retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I apologize. I was just looking at
his version of ayahuasca.
His version of fire. I apologize. I was just looking forward at the schedule. The next Eagles primetime game is Eagles at Packers Monday night, Week 10. We're going to get more crash outs from Brandon on national TV in a few weeks.
I can't wait for Micah Parsons to kill our offensive line. Oh, my God.
If we play at all between now and then, like we played tonight, I hope that game gets flexed out.
It has to. Please flex us out. I want it to be flexed out now. I don't want that game anywhere near prime time. Oh my God. And the worst part is I'm going to hear it from a Packers fan in our chat. Rob, Shane, you know Ernie. Oh my God. I'm going to hear it from Ernie once they blow doors off of us.
Bro, I've heard it from about the Yankees. I mean, you and I both have heard it about the Yankees and the Eagles back to back. I'm this close to deleting all social media.
I literally cannot handle much more. It's not because I'm soft. It's just because, my God, I tell people before they get to jump on me, I preemptive strike it. I'm like, listen, season's over. You can't hurt me. No matter what you say, you can't hurt me. I know my season's over. I don't care.
The best part of the Ravens Dolphins show on Thursday night on Week 9 is that's our Halloween show.
Who's gonna win that crap fest?
hey, at least it's the Halloween show. I'm just giving you guys another reminder to wear your costumes.
It's actually perfect because it's a match made in horror heaven.
Actually, you know what's funny is that so many freaking people at K&K say I look like Mike McDaniel. Maybe I should come dressed as him for Halloween.
Oh my God!
My God!
Can you bring a vape too?
I don't think we're allowed to do that.
Bro, I've got one right next.
You missed the joke.
Bro, I've got one right next to me.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my God!
Anyways,
what else is on the menu tonight? How else can my night get worse? I'm getting delusional.
The Canucks are winning. That's good.
It's like, wait. Who's winning the Canucks?
The Canucks are winning. Yeah, we're beating the Flames right now.
It was too much for me. Listen, do you ever realize that whenever I get positive vibes going into a game, that night my team loses awfully? Didn't I say tonight? Didn't I say I was hyped for the Eagles-Giants game? I was like, oh yeah, we'll beat them by 20. It's fun. Every time I get excited for any of my sports teams, they lose horribly that same day. But when I become a pessimist, everyone's like, oh, you're a fake fan. They win. Honestly, I should just stay a pessimist.
No,
this is what Shane says every time. It's like it's the first quarter, and then at the end of the game, you guys win.
Well, Brandon, I messed up because on What's the Scoop, you had said something along that, and I said I think it's gonna be closer to a 17-point game, except it was just in the wrong way.
Yeah, I
didn't specify who I thought would win.
Oh my God! Yeah, this is why I'm saying it was opposite day. The Giants play like the Eagles, and the Eagles play like the Giants. That's exactly what happened tonight. That's exactly what happened.
They just swift. That's not a word.
They swifted.
They swiftly ended our season.
I was gonna say they swapped. I was gonna say they swapped uniforms when we weren't looking.
You could listen. It looked like Saquon running behind that Giants offensive line. He must have been getting Vietnam flashbacks. I was.
Wait, so who was it that had three? Was it 3 touchdowns for Scatterbo?
For Scatterbo?
How'd you pronounce his last name? Wait a minute.
You pronounced it Scootable.
Hold on. I need to make that drop. What the hell?
Wait a
minute.
What the hell did you just say?
You pronounce
We're going way too late here.
Wait, I was going to say, you pronounce that.
Scatterbo or something.
Yeah, you said
Scatterbo.
You said Scatterbo. I was like, who is Scatterbo? I've never heard that in my life. That's as bad as when they mispronounce Giannis's last name.
Giannis
NBA. Oh my God.
Or when Trump introduced Tua.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
I don't remember how.
Here we have Tua Taiga Vailoia.
Man.
Oh my god,
and then,
Scoop!
and then,
You're
and then
the king of pronouncing names wrong. Because at one point during the week, you just pronounce a name wrong, and we all go, "What in the world did you just say?"
But he
I
plays
have
it
no
off like
idea.
like he pronounced it perfectly.
Yeah.
And then he goes on. He's like, "He's a terrific guy."
That's a phenomenal white running back.
Oh God.
There you go. Oh my God, I can't, man. Like, I have
Because
to laugh.
it was that like
No, go
the
Shane.
what
Go.
is it the athletic health administration or whatever.
Yeah,
It was
whatever
like
it was
him. It
called.
was Saquon. He was saying, yeah, and he was like talking about all these guys. It was like Saquon, terrific running back, just won a Super Bowl. Played some golf with him.
Played some golf with him.
And then Saquon was like, "I've never heard of this thing."
The best. Oh, the funniest.
That's true. That's what he said on the press conference the next day. He's
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
I seriously, I have to laugh. Thank God I'm laughing now because it's keeping me from crying from the last 24 hours.
You saved Brandon from losing his mind.
Except I'm doing both right now.
Oh my God.
Well, Shane, we have high school football tomorrow for us and the Mariners. So,
Can you please have a good day on behalf of this show? Because me and Scoop have not.
Yeah, because you are not getting help from us this week.
Oh my God. I can't.
Well, yeah, I'm a little pissed because the Mariners and the Huskies, two of my three favorite teams, are both playing while my team has a game tomorrow.
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So
wait.
that was great. That was great
Wait,
timing.
Rob, didn't you say that there was something about the scheduling you wanted to talk about?
Oh,
Yeah, what time is your game now? Because we got eliminated.
It's 5:00, 8:00 your time, I believe,
better.
or like 8:30 or something.
That's better.
I think. Let me see. No, I was gonna talk about. Did you guys see the championship series schedule yet?
No. Why?
Because it's perhaps. I mean, I think they did it last year. I think they do this every year, but it's pretty bad. Yeah. What time is our game tomorrow? Yeah, 8:08 on Fox for Tigers Mariners because the Yankees got eliminated. Thanks, guys. Yeah, seriously, thank you. It's not fun. Let's see. Let me pull up Talking Baseball really quick so I can grab this schedule. I don't think I saved it. I should have saved it.
Oh boy, now you know it's really bad in Philadelphia. Listen to this. This came out a half hour ago. AJ Brown asked about the meeting with Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley this week. Repeatedly says he didn't recall any meeting. When told Hurts and Barkley confirmed it, he says you'd have to talk to them. As for the Eagles' offense, he said we're still trying to figure out our identity. Oh my God!
Wait, so who says he didn't?
After 6
AJ
weeks?
says there wasn't a meeting.
AJ Brown says there wasn't a meeting, but yet Hurts and Barkley said there was.
That's a bit bad. Okay.
All
right, so who's got CTE?
Oh my God!
I think the fans at this point.
Okay, so here's
Sirianni.
the broadcast. Here's the broadcast schedule pending the Brewers Cubs game. So this is okay. So Sunday is game 1, Detroit, Seattle at Toronto on Fox, 8:03 Eastern on Sunday. That's the only game on Sunday. If the Brewers win, it's Detroit, Seattle at Toronto, 5:03 Eastern first pitch on Monday. And NLCS game 1 is 8:08. If the Cubs win, it's Toronto's game first at 4:38 Eastern. And then game 1 at 7:08 Eastern of NLCS, and then Tuesday is just NLCS game 2 at 8:08. So basically, the ALCS is getting a back burner and having an early slot every day.
Okay, pause. Why is everything at 4:30 8 or 7:08? Why not just 4:30 and 7? And
I think it's because of the opening ads in the first.
Yeah, it's the ads and the walk-ups.
No, I know, but still, like,
why is the ALCS getting put in the middle of the day West Coast time? Why can't they just flop each day and have night games?
well, yeah, especially if the Mariners get in, then
Then who's gonna watch the Mariners?
right. Well, then it's like, I mean, okay, if it's Detroit, then whatever. I mean, they're both on the eastern. Detroit and Toronto are both on the eastern time zone. But like, that's if it's
Game two, if Seattle wins, is in Seattle, and they play at like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. respectfully on the West Coast.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, you have, if you have, because it would be, let's say the Brewers win their series, so they would be the home team by default. So they would, and then, actually, never mind. The whole point I was thinking of just fell through. Now that I thought about it a little more. Either way, if you had, let's say Seattle makes it though, then you have 2 West Coast teams. So yeah, like, it makes more sense to split between them as far as day or afternoon, or, night, whatever.
It's just like my biggest problem is why aren't both games at night? Like, put the AL on Sunday, put the NL on Monday, and then just flip.
It just doesn't make sense. It never does. The MLB easily has the worst scheduling of the major sports.
For the postseason. It's unbelievably bad. By the way, the Dodgers game today, which was great, because they started at 3 o'clock Pacific, there was nobody at the game. Because it's 3 o'clock.
For an elimination game, too.
For an elimination game. For a game where the Dodgers could win and move on.
Yeah.
T-Mobile will still be packed no matter what time it is. I mean,
it is true.
Well, do people work in Seattle, or are they just like, listen? Do they just?
They'll just take the day off. We'll take days off.
It's because Seattle has a lot of tech workers between Amazon, Microsoft, like the big corporations that are here. So they
work half a day.
So they work from home. And I know tons of people who do that sort of thing.
I want that job.
They're working, and it's 2 in the afternoon, and they're fishing or something, like.
Oh please! I need that job in my life. So, that's so bad.
Yeah. Anyways,
I
had something kind of similar to that. Just
yeah, you went golfing in the middle of the day on a Friday.
Oh yeah, no, I'd go when I worked full time at this place for like 2 years. I'd go with this guy Stan, another guy named Coop, and then usually we'd have like a 4th or 5th person with us. And like probably once a month on a Friday, Stan, because he was kind of, he was the production manager, so he kind of had seniority over us and all that, and he'd be like, I need these guys for a shoot, and they were like, okay, bye, and then we just go golf.
Go play golf.
Yeah, and anyways, so it was
amazing. So yeah,
it was fun.
Anyway, that's all I got. What a delusional show, because the Eagles just got rotated.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Then there goes my night again. It's just for you saying that phrase. Like, I was doing so well. I thought we moved past it, and now it's back. And the worst part is I'm going to hear about it all week long in the middle of Giants country.
For basically 10 days, So you play next.
Yeah, that's something to do. It's a mini bye week. I'm going to hear about it for 10 days now. Like, that game was over at the end of the first quarter. That game was not over in the fourth. It was over at the end of the first quarter. That's how bad that was. So,
Yep.
oh my God.
All right. Well, for Scoop, for Brandon, for Shane, we will see you back on Sunday. Scoop, you're not going to be here on Sunday, right?
No, that's not correct. I'll be here.
Okay. When are you taking any time off soon, or because I thought you said you were doing week 6?
That was originally supposed to be the plan. That's no longer the plan.
All right, cool. Well, we'll see everyone on Sunday then.
Oh, remind us what the movie is one more time.
Yeah, Shane, what is it again?
Nobody remembers.
Was it My Cousin Vinny?
Yeah, My Cousin Vinny.
No,
it's not My Cousin Vinny.
After, right? Oh no, wait.
Wind River.
Yeah, it's doing with Jeremy Renner. That's right.
Taylor Sheridan.
Yep. There we go.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I remember it literally. I'm so focused on My Cousin Vinny, I'm just scared. You know why? I'm also having a bad taste from this game in my mouth, so I want to just skip this week.
Oh yeah, Wind River. I'm excited for that. Are we doing that on Sunday or Monday, Shane? Are you here? Well,
Monday.
I guess Monday. Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
An extra day to get it done.
I'm not here Sunday.
Yep.
So yeah.
Hopefully the coaches meeting goes well.
Hopefully there's actually a meeting.
No, there will be.
No, it was a bad joke about the AJ Brown crap.
Yeah, hopefully there's actually a meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully after a win tomorrow for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully.
Do it for the sake of this show, please.
Yeah, blow them out. But someone has to win.
Someone has to win this week. Someone please win this week.
I know.
Oh,
but
my God.
Anyways, we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see you all on Sunday. Hopefully we won't be as doom and gloom as today.
Oh Lord.
We'll see you guys.
Good night.
Stay thirsty,
everybody.
friends.
Oh my
Jesus Christ! Stay thirsty, my friend. Those seckies?
Yeah,
he
man.
is the most interesting.
Keep it coming, please. I want a new one every week.
Google that guy. He actually is the most interesting man in the world. His story's crazy.
Is
right.
he?
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay. Peace, everybody.